Okay, hello. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, my name is Marielle from Batenburg. I work at the MuseumGroep in Leiden, that's the Netherlands, and we've organized a wonderful project called MuseumNacht, so Museum Night, for the first time in Leiden. And it was organized by a bunch of students who had the idea to organize a MuseumNacht in Leiden because it was a wonderful project done in Amsterdam before, where they have lots of museums and lots of people coming.
My name is Maiike Odolphi from the MuseumGroep Leiden. The Museum Night in Leiden is a big program with theater, music, special exhibitions and events, especially for young people, mostly students. About 80% is coming for it. And they were driven by boats and Indian rickshaws and stuff like that from museum to museum, so they can see everything with passepartout they bought for all the museums. It was organized by a bunch of students, and that's why there were a lot of students on the event, because they interact with the other students and they promoted it in the university and stuff like that, and that worked really well to interfere with them, to engage them with their own project, and that made it such a success this year.
So how did the museum curators feel about letting in people to party in the amongst the exhibits? Were they worried?
Yeah, at first they were a little bit shy about it because there was also alcohol in the museum and loud music, and it was not what we normally have, of course. So in some museums took extra security to handle it, but afterwards it wasn't necessary at all because everybody just drank a beer at the bar and then went into the museum and watched the exhibitions. So it was not like a drinking party where everybody was afraid of, but it went just for the exhibitions and the museums itself. After the MuseumNacht, it was really interesting that it was quite busy the week after with only young people in the museum, and it was already holiday time and the quiet period, so it was really surprisingly that the students came back after the MuseumNacht to have a good look at the collection and the exhibitions, while they had what quicker look on the MuseumNacht.
The MuseumNacht was a real success because we sold about 5,000 tickets. That's the maximum ticket there is, and we know that there have been like 15,000 visits to museums, so everybody went at least 3 times in a museum that evening, which is really a big success.
What, in your personal opinion, was the best thing about the MuseumNacht? What's exciting about it for you or interesting for you?
I think it's the atmosphere. Yeah. When you're in the museum and it's starting to get night, so it's completely different knowing that it's evening and night outside and you're still in the museum where you're not supposed to be normally. And then having all these activities that are normally not there, like salsa dancing or whatever, that brings a great atmosphere in the museum that you'll not find anywhere else at any moment. So that's really unique.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's the atmosphere. I have to agree with her. And with the music and the young people, you take just another look at the museum than you normally do when you're during daytime visiting it. So it's a totally different experience to visit the museum in this way.